Hi, everybody.
Hey everyone, welcome. Welcome to TFT, Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with
Oberon.
and Banshee.
You're laughing because I'm in my...
Emo, goth, happy hour
No,
mode.
this is like a hangover from Super Tarot Love Month. Like, oh. So I'm a little grungy today. I have very bad hair, so I didn't want to show
it. I'm not commenting. I'm not commenting.
But hi, anyway.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, thank you. You're going to be seeing a lot of green in the month of March. I love to bring out the green. Not just for St. Patrick's Day, although, yeah, there are no clover on here. Uh-oh, excuse me. But there was a piece of chocolate bark.
Was it?
Yes.
For good luck, right?
But it does say good luck charm. So, hoping for some good luck today. They say March 5th is a lucky day.
Oh, we look so cute. Oh, please get your eyes checked.
Well,
one half of us does, maybe.
I question his lumberjack goth look, but I don't know.
Well, lumberjacks, by definition, could or could not be goth necessarily. This is the tip-off here.
You stole my scarf. Well,
I bought
you can
it.
Share. All right. Well, let's get on with the show. So good to see everybody here. Sonny is at my side here. You might see a little corner of him in the picture right now. I'm sure he'll make his presence known more as soon as Kara arrives, right? All right.
You know, I was never a lumberjack kind of guy, so it is kind of interesting. Both of these things are inherited clothing. I'm not even sure where I got this from. Somebody gave it to me, and I said, I'll wear that. It looks like a tablecloth.
It's cute. I know where you got it.
I like disparate look clothing, so sometimes I like to really contrast colors.
In a interesting way.
Fatal?
Just saying interesting. It's happy hour. Gina!
Hi, Gina. Well, you know, years ago, a friend of mine came up to us and sort of indicated that they knew I was colorblind. And then as we dig into that, it was like, well, no, somebody else told them I'm colorblind. And the somebody else that told them I'm colorblind did that because sometimes I've used some really outrageous, bright, or disparate coloring. And so they were just making a quip. Oh, that Oberon, he's colorblind. And somebody believed it. I'm not colorblind.
Well, you know, I think that was just a statement of not a medical condition.
But the other person believed it. They thought I really was colorblind.
Maybe. All right.
They told me that they thought I really was colorblind. So.
Well, here we are with our card for the collective, of course, from The Good Tarot by Colette Baron Reed.
It will be good for everyone.
Will be good for everyone. All right. Oh, yeah, I'm going to let you.
Excuse me.
Is coffeeing.
I had a coworker who loved coffee as much as me, but she had to give it up because she was somehow allergic to it and she would cough from it.
All right, Mr. O, choose wisely. They're all good.
Taster's choice.
They're all good because it's the Good Tarot.
And we have the Empress.
I saw that, Merwin. That's so good to hear.
Yes, oh good, very good. That's wonderful. We'll continue to send healing.
Empress. Whoa, nice one for today.
Mm-hmm.
Fertility. This is a wonderful time to give birth to new ideas and experiences. Nourishment is assured as I step into a new version of myself. My life is rich and ripe with possibility that I can manifest and create. I am a powerful co-creator, and life loves me right now. My world is brimming with potential and infinite possibility that will manifest for the highest good. Well, the Empress to me is, because she's almost ready to burst, let's face it, seems like kind of a summer card, but really this description is very, very spring-like, And I think that is the thing. She's still pregnant with possibility. And, now is the time that things are going to start to burst forth.
As a collective card, we couldn't do better considering the world and situations today. The Empress is more about the selfless loving for others, the nurturing of others, the creation of worlds or caring for worlds. As we see with Tish, everybody wanting to send their care, or for Ukraine or whatever else it is that needs a little bit of TLC.
That's
in
true.
their life.
The Empress is very much about that.
So this is a great
as well.
card for today.
Yeah. But definitely fertility, new beginnings. Spring is the time to initiate. It's Aries season almost. Don't want to give short shrift to our Pisces friends, but when Aries season comes into play, hey, it's start to initiate. Woohoo! Of course, just shameless plug for my birthday season. All right.
The first or second or third or fourth or fifth or sixth of many, many more.
That's right. All right. Hey, and it's a big one this year. Come on, 65. I'm only going to turn 65 once.
There is that.
All right. So let's get on with the show, Mr. O. I've got the Lightseers Tarot right here.
Okay.
Let you shuffle first for our first reading, and our first reading is Lena.
Hi, Lena. Here's a happy card for you.
Well, I had two very dear aunts who were Pisces, and a good longtime friend of mine is a Pisces as well. So I have a lot of Pisces influence around me.
I have probably a lot of Pisces influence around me too. There was a person who was a friend of ours for now over 20 years. We saw her through a pregnancy. What?
Oh, who are we talking about?
Velk.
Oh, yes,
She's a Pisces.
Okay, she's a Pisces too.
But I've had a number of coworkers who are Pisces. Usually, I get the March ones. Of course, our dear beloved
right, my aunts
granddaughter
were March.
is a February Pisces.
Yes, our granddaughter's Pisces as well. So, hey.
All right, Lena, here's your card.
Oops.
Oh, you didn't shuffle, did you? 'Cause I was first.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did not.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Okay, we gotta let Banshee give him a shuffle.
We're just prattling. We're in a good, semi-good mood today, I guess.
Everybody's getting happy in the chat room. Connections are brewing there. Thank you, everybody. Let's continue to grow and support each other in all of our works. I know a lot of us are trying to get our gigs going, whether they're stuff like what we're doing or, a lot of other important things right now. So we appreciate all that, and we just know this is a good time to grow things,
All right. Let's see, Mr. O, what you have there for Lena.
All right, so Lena, you get the Three of Wands.
Yay!
Surf's up, Lena.
That's such a, it's a real interesting card to me, this depiction of the Three of Wands. It's very energizing, all that fire there, the fiery staffs, and the fact that she's looking out to the water, though, and she's ready to dive in and, not dive, but get on that surfboard and ride the waves. And I think here, this card is a little bit more dynamic than I'm used to with the Three of Wands. I get the feeling with the Three of Wands that there's kind of a completion and a looking ahead.
Right, you're more or less waiting, or you're situating.
So Spirit is saying right now, regardless of what waves you are riding, no sweat. you just should start thinking about the future. Start thinking about what's ahead, Spirit says, because it's looking very bright.
And I have to agree with Banshee too that, sometimes the take on the card is a little less active. It's not completely inactive, but it's a little more pondering, thinking about it. But this version, like many of the other cards in the Light Series, has a little bit more dynamic activity. And like I said, surfs up, and that's an American, perhaps mostly colloquialism about surfing. But the idea, of course, is you have to be able to master that board to get out there and deal with the ocean's waves. And so it is saying there's a sense of planning, a sense of work that needs to be done, or capability that needs to be mastered. And that's what Spirit wants you to do. That's where Spirit is moving you.
That's what we have for you. So start planning now, for your future, because really the present just looks really, really great. Spirit says now's the time to start doing some forward thinking. And it doesn't have to, in my mind, be anything that's set in stone, but it's just, the idea of looking at the future and the positive things that await you.
I think in terms of knowing, some of the questions you've asked and what your situations are, the card is absolutely saying that Spirit is moving you towards the completion of certain plans of yours. Maybe they're not all of the ones you ask us about, but they certainly seem to be some of them.
That's what we have for you, Lena. Good luck with that.
All right, and Sonali is up.
Sonali wanted a divine message for himself, or herself, I'm sorry.
Which, of course, is the idea behind Happy Hour, so we'll do that.
Right. So, absolutely.
And I'm shuffling.
Welcome, Lena.
I should let you shuffle first.
That's right. Maybe that headgear is blocking.
Ah, okay. I never knew that exactly. I just always knew it was sort of a sense of like, time to do it now. There's a reason for it. Oh, that deck is the Light Seers Tarot, Lena. Light Seers, S-E-E-R-S. Hold on. Whoops, there it is.
Yeah, this is our chosen deck for Happy Hour for a while now. We love the different images and the things it displays. Gives us a lot to go on.
Yeah, I really like this deck, especially for this one, because the imagery is really provoking, thought-provoking. Even me, somebody who's read cards for decades now, finds that there are little things in there that spur my intuition or my thoughts when I'm interpreting for a specific thing like a happy hour, or even for some other things. So it's nice.
Look who's come out into the camera view, Mr. Sunny.
Bet you Kara shows up in a minute.
Good morning to you.
Who?
Angel.
Oh, Angel's here. Okay. I bet you any money Kara will show up in a moment. I mean, they're almost like attuned to each other.
Yeah, I know. If
it's kind of
comes
spooky.
Right now,
we're going to make you pay for the cat food. No, we're not.
We called Sunny on Twitter today and Facebook our unofficial therapy cat, our very unofficial therapy cat.
Yes. There he is.
Because he may be therapy for you, but he can be a little problematic on set for us. All right.
Sonali.
Sonali, you have the Queen of Swords.
Love it.
I do too. Sometimes Spirit says, hey, sure, it's happy hour, but sometimes we have to sit back and just do some logical thinking and get a little bit more serious about things in our life. That doesn't mean we don't appreciate the good things right now that are happening. And actually, Spirit would say it is a good thing for you to just be a little bit more serious right now in making some important decisions you might have been, putting off, or that have just come up, or other matters in your life, maybe about direction. I like the flags there. When I see the flags flying like that, I sometimes think of what direction. And the flags seem to be pointing, in a certain direction too.
Is she on a flying carpet? What is that?
Well, that's a good question. I'm not really sure. Maybe she's on like a
Throne.
platform
A
of some
dais,
sort.
Right. So to me, when I look at this, I think the divine message from Spirit, Sonali, is to be thoughtful about the decisions you need to make soon. Maybe these are about, taking certain actions or working with others who need to take certain actions.
Yeah, it's almost like she's on a little couch. Although I'm trying to figure out what that is on the bottom there. Is it?
I know.
It's just part of the design. I'm going to have to look at that in more detail later. And Violet Lotus, just for you, because I know you're tarot and you've got the deck, it's this right here I'm looking at. I can't exactly make out what that is, but it's kind of interesting. Anyway, I feel that, it's time to just sit back and assess things. Do an assessment, Spirit says. It really, actually will probably make you feel better about things. If you have, Spirit says, if you've been feeling like things haven't been right, if you take a total assessment of where you are right now, you might get a different perspective on that.
Yeah, clearly I think Spirit is saying to look further than where you have been looking. They're looking off into the distance. They're looking ahead because Spirit says the important things are coming to you down the road a little bit. And so this is about being prepared. This is about being informed. And this is about helping others maybe make right decisions as well. All right.
That's what we have for you, Sonali. Good luck with that.
It's kind of an interesting little part of the graphic there, so I'll be interested
Yeah, I'm
to see
going to
what
look at
you
it more
think.
closely. I think I need to magnify it a little bit to see it better. Hey, Libra,
Oh, hi,
cusp,
Libra.
I believe, is up.
I didn't know Libra snuck in.
Libra snuck in.
Shows you how much I pay attention.
Be honest with yourself. Nice message. You're so adorable.
You're welcome, Sonali.
I'm talking about Sun Man.
Oh, good. Good. You're welcome.
Oh, awesome, Sonali. Great.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Violet. Thank you. There's a little widget that I have used, but I haven't used it lately, that sort of shows the viewer count on screen. It'll say how many people are currently watching. It won't say who they are, but it'll say there's 3 people, there's 10 people, whatever it is.
I'm cutting, right?
But I'm still working with it because it's sort of wonky.
Am I cutting?
Yeah, you are, because I
You
shuffled.
shuffled. That's what I thought. Just checking. Okay. Okay, Libra. Let's see what we have for
And I'll
you.
let you grab that then.
Oh, it's the moon.
Oh, look at
One
that.
of the coolest cards. I like to see it on Happy Hour, really. Sure, there's some mystery, there's some intrigue, but you know what? Spirit says, what would life be without that? What would life be? Doesn't everybody love to build a mystery, solve a
That's so
mystery?
interesting you said that, because when I looked at it this time, and I've seen it before on
Okay.
our show, I felt like even though she's not in the posture, it's like I'm taking a dive. I'm just sort of relaxing and falling into the water. And of course, that kind of goes with the idea of just sort of like adventuring, looking at the mystery,
Right, you may not, sometimes we don't have all the facts in a situation, but Spirit says we have a feeling about it, a gut level feeling that something either is not right or it's time
Time to go
to
deep.
dive in. And so, your intuition is very strong right now, Spirit says. So feel free to take some deep dives and see where it takes you.
I think Spirit acknowledges the presence of your sun sign Libra in the idea of a binary, being able to view things from other perspectives. And so, of course, it shows the white and the black, wolf and dog.
Well,
and that's the
I'm gonna
whole
blow your
idea
mind.
of instinctual thinking.
I'm going
Perhaps.
to blow your mind,
You
Mr.
are.
O. I am. Because not only do we have the white and the black, with the moon in between, there's black and white on the moon when we look up at it. So it's like or shades of gray. And so the thing is, it's also saying, that there is black and white, but there's always some shades of gray. Not everything is black and white. And so sometimes you have to trust your gut. Sometimes you have to trust your intuition, Libra. And the time is now, Spirit says.
Right. Spirit says this time is now, and that whether or not these qualities manifest always, clearly now is the time to take advantage of that and be able to understand some mysteries in your life.
Yeah, I like it. I like it.
Alrighty. Very nice.
No, that's right. I shuffle first. Okay, so it is Merwin, I believe.
Hi, Merwin.
Is up. Let's see what happy message we can give you today. We all could truly use it. Things have been really draining. Just keep peace and hope in your heart. And let's do what we can to make the world a better place. I can't shuffle. He is purring so loud here right now. I mean, seriously.
Oh, okay. Well, if you need to do something for a few minutes or however, we can take care of things.
Yeah, it's not a problem.
Yeah, I can kind of hear it.
Yeah,
he
it's
is
so
purring loudly.
loud.
Yeah, I think, some of that is my personal situation. I'm still feeling a sense of, grieving. It's interesting how many times I've been thinking, not every day, but, every several days, I'm thinking like, I should call my mom. And they're like, no, I can't call my mom.
You can actually.
Well, I can, but
differently. Perhaps I have an idea for you after the show.
But I guess my point is that, for various reasons, all of our sensitivities are kind of a little bit ratcheted higher right now, and
It's true.
and we're feeling more emotionality. We're feeling more vulnerable. That's Pisces in a way too, just because we're in Pisces. If only we could make Sunny be more entertaining so children would just sit and watch. But he's not that entertaining that way.
Ooh. All right. So, Merwin, guess what you've got? The Hierophant.
Yes.
Well, the Hierophant is interesting because, Spirit says, hey, order and structure and study is not a bad thing. Maybe this is a time to reconnect with a mentor. This is a spiritual mentor, perhaps, because obviously it's the High Priest card, the Hierophant. So this could be connecting with a mentor of a spiritual nature. This is also maybe connecting with, some of your higher guides right now. Maybe they want you to kind of ascend the ladder and, receive some wisdom.
I think this is a good idea here. The Hierophant implies the idea of sometimes connections with partners that maybe take on strong significances. It could be related to the physical idea of marriage, but it doesn't have to be.
That's true too.
It could just be related to relationships in general. But I think because it's the Light Seers deck we're using here, this idea is about a spiritual partnership. And you know what's really weird, Merwin, you might know more about this than me even. I've just recently made the acquaintance of a couple people and found out that somebody else I know is in a spirit marriage where they had been trained or indoctrinated, not indoctrinated, I'm sorry, but trained, exposed to some, different traditions where maybe spirit marriages happen. And of course, if spirit marriages can happen, then all kinds of spirit partnerships obviously can happen. This card is saying that spirit is waiting for you to maybe take those steps.
Partner with spirit.
Do you like that?
I do.
Mm-hmm.
I think it makes perfect sense.
Well, it makes sense. I don't know.
I
if it makes
really
perfect
love that
sense,
card too, because the Hierophant in the tarot looks so stodgy. Often the Pope garb and all of that.
Oh my goodness.
This person is really connecting on a raw, a more raw level. But there is order, there is discipline in what they do. So, I just like it. It's just and the golden staircase going up. It's a very cool card.
And you're welcome. I hope that was a nice message. I think it's a great message.
I do too. Alrighty. All right. So, Jackie is up. I also wanted to say I have my
Aries
cup
Coffee
today. Cup. A little worn, but there it is.
Thank you. Yes, there's a smidge of coffee, and I will arm wrestle you for it, I think.
I would let you have it, Mr. O. I know better than to fight you over coffee. Do I shuffle first?
You shuffle first.
Oh, okay.
I think you do.
Oh, yeah. I think you're right.
That means I can go and get coffee.
Okay, Jackie. Yes, I guess he can. This might be a good time to remind everybody, since I brought up my Aries cup, that, we will be doing a monthly modality message later this month. And go get coffee, Mr. O.
I just put that on.
Yes, I know. So go. While I'm talking. The monthly modality. Oh, I thought you were going to leave it on.
I wanted your beautiful face to show.
The monthly modality message reading has been changed. So we're going to try it again for another month and see how everybody likes it. I think it went well last month for Pisces season, but we'll be doing this at the start of Aries season. You'll get a message for the modality that you are in, cardinal, fixed, or mutable signs. Come join us. It will come out on the turn when the sun turns into Aries.
And is that the 20th, I believe?
I think it is the 20th this year, I believe. I'll have to check that. But.
I looked because I was actually wondering if I wanted to do a little meditation for the equinox. I've been thinking about it. I haven't done all of these all the time, but I thought spring is here. And March 21st was my grandfather's birthday. My mom's father, the Lithuanian or Russian, whatever he was.
Yes, it remains to be totally verified, but it sounds...
But he always got a big kick out of the fact that he was born on the first day of spring. And I love my grandfather. He's been gone a long time, but I have some great memories with him. Alrighty. Let's see what we can give Jackie.
Okay, what's going on, Mr. O?
Uh-oh. Oh!
Are you kidding me?
Look at that.
You got the same card Merwin got. The Hierophant.
Maybe you two need to be spiritual partners.
There you go. Mentor each other.
You could do astral projection.
This may be heralding for you, Jackie, a more elevated time, I think Spirit is saying, where you can reach higher ground in spirit, in the spiritual in particular areas of your life right now.
I think it's really saying too that this is about happiness and feeling of completion. Like I said last time, the Hierophant maybe could, mundanely apply to, human marriages or human situations, but we feel this card clearly applies to spirit messages. But I think it's also saying too that when there's a completeness of you and spirit, or you and higher self, however you want to look at that, you're happy. You can be happy. And so Spirit says they want you to understand that and to continue to work for that.
I did want to draw some attention on that, Mr. O, the look on this person's face. I mean, here we have this kind of disciplined stance. Did you have it up there? How did you
I sort of insinuated it into the rocks.
So I'll try not to touch it, but I'll get close. Well, maybe I won't.
How about if I just hold it?
Okay. So the discipline, stance that this person has, yet look at that face. It's almost like hysterical laughter or a sort of wildness. So it's kind of like, this is almost saying to...
It's like a Pink Floyd song, The Lunatic is on the Grass.
Well, I think it's a controlled wildness,
Yeah.
It's channeling that wild self of yours to achieve something more spiritual and elevated, I don't know. It's just an interesting card to me all the way around. I really, really like this Hierophant card.
On the t-shirt, I'm noticing is something that reminds me of either Neptune or one of those. Is it Neptune? Is that the sign for Neptune? Or?
I'm not. It looks close. It may be, but I'm not sure. Yeah, it
Violet,
might be.
do you know?
That might be.
I'm not sure if that's Neptune. Somebody out there, do you know?
Well, at any rate, this is an awesome card. And even on a more concrete level, it may indicate that, if it's not about spirit, which I really believe this card is about spirit, but it could indicate that, you will be getting some expert help and advice in a situation you truly need it in. Spirit might just be saying, if you feel like you've been kind of floundering, there's somebody out there who will help you sort it all out. But I think really it's more about the spiritual attainment.
Yeah, Neptune's the trident, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
This might be Saturn, or I don't think it's Uranus. I don't think it's Uranus.
I forget what Uranus looks
but,
like.
But if it was
Anyway.
Uranus or Saturn, those sort of have cosmic potentials. Well, Neptune would too, of course. So
I'm going to have to look at my astro calendar and see. Yes, that's very true, Violet. Absolutely. I'm just so into humor.
I like what you
All
said.
my
Though,
life.
I like what you said about how it may be saying that certain answers that you need on this plane are coming to you too. I think you sort of said that in a way, especially because what you said, Jackie, too, about it. It sort of describes something that was going on this week. So maybe saying that the best is still yet to come in terms of how these things inform you.
Yeah, that's what we have. Hey, you're very welcome, Jackie.
You're welcome.
Acel, you are up. And then Gina and Angel Rivera and Violet. And us.
And us. Woohoo, we just passed our half hour.
Yeah, Angel Rivera, like I said, I do like it because, the other Hierophants are so stodgy looking. A lot of them are. I mean, not everyone, but a lot of them are. So, and I understand it's about order and it's about discipline, upright, and, blah, blah, blah. But it's too...
It's so good.
Churchianity, I guess.
Well, this one is so good that we should just call it a day and say, this card for everybody else. You're all spiritually...
You're all being elevated. We say so.
Bye-bye.
If it comes up again, Mr. O, I'm blaming you. Well, I guess I should blame Spirit. That's what they want people to hear. And I have nothing against, organized religion, but I just feel the card is more than that, or should be more than that.
Right. Well, from the perspective of most decks, it does sort of have those aspects that it talks about the conformity of traditional religion in a way.
Right.
And so this is a very nice take for somebody that is wanting to see more spiritual things that are expanding rather than religious things that may be constricting.
All right, Mr. O, what are you going to pull for us? For a cell.
Hi, Estelle. You
Better not be.
You changed the color on your little logo. It was orange, and now it's kind of like a purple color. All right, so Estelle, you get the Four of Cups.
Oh, what's interesting, because in a way like the Queen of Swords, there's an element here of contemplation. It's like, hey, looks to me like some of these cups here have been either stacked up or they're maybe they've been used. Some of them have been used already. Some opportunities, and now you're taking time to look at what more you want to do. What more can you do?
But you haven't fully taken that opportunity yet. It's sort of almost in your hand, So I think this is saying that Spirit says you've been contemplating things, but you may not be done contemplating things. You may not have found certain answers. And so Spirit is saying they're there. They're almost just right behind you, and that they are vibing in an important, different way for you. And Spirit wants you to continue seeking them.
I feel like Spirit is informing you that there's still more opportunities awaiting you, but it's time for you to, decide which ones you want to bring into the light of day. Because here's the daylight and here's the starlight. And the starlight is infusing this cup here saying, well, there's plenty more of this, where this came from. And so it's up to you now to decide what it is you want to manifest. And so it is a time of contemplation. It's a time of going deep. And Spirit is here to remind you, hey, knock on our door anytime you need assistance.
And I'll just say that, all of that is true. And the many colors that seem to be manifesting over there say that what you can manifest is not necessarily limited to just one or two things. You can manifest anything you want, once you decide you want to do it and, seek that process.
Yeah. So that's what we have for you, Estelle.
All right,
Good luck
Estelle.
with that. So that's interesting because Mr. O is a Thoth person, Violet.
Oh. I see. Well, I do that thoughts
from Thoth.
Thought from fall.
Thoughty Thoth.
Thursday.
I always say to him, aren't you going to do that Thoughty Thoth today? I like Thoth, actually, though.
I like Thoth, too. I think Thoth is
one of my
important.
favorite Egyptian deities.
Right. I mean, there's so many different aspects. There's a healing aspect that a lot of times people don't relate to him, but it's there, too.
Well, I like the writing aspect, of course.
The writing aspect.
But the healing aspect is very important as well. So Gina, you are up. All right.
I personally want to work more with my own devotions with Egyptian Godhead. Do more meditation work with them, things like that.
I'm kind of the RWS school too, Violet, but I don't mind branching out from time to time, but I have to say, for some reason, even as a magical practitioner, some of the more deeper magical oriented decks are really more his thing than mine.
Right.
When I think about the decks that I own, and...
But I have to be honest and say I don't extremely get into the ceremonial aspects of tarot tarot reading. I mean, I do a little bit depending on the deck I'm working with and how much I can really do it. I am more RWS Rider-Waite system.
Oh no, Gina. Well, I'm glad you rescued Lovey. My goodness. Oh. I love hawks, though, I have to say. I really do.
So
But yeah.
let's see what we got here.
Well, look at you saving the community of cats.
Aw.
Saving your family.
Yeah. Spirit says you are like the spiritual mother of some family, whatever family that is, the family of your friends, the family of your heart, the family of cats.
The community of cats thanks you. So basically, it's the Ten of Cups upright, and this is all about community. This is all about your tribe, but this is really, and family, your family connections and joy and happiness that is derived from your connection with others. Spirit says this is a time to be connected. With everything going on in the world right now, we need to all feel like, hey, we're family. We shouldn't be doing this. We are family. And I feel that very, very strongly here as you are being wrapped around by this rainbow from Spirit that is saying, magnify that sense of belonging.
Maybe those are like little Skittles and you should taste the rainbow.
Or those conversation hearts I don't have here today.
But really, I think Spirit is just saying that you are a great representation of magnanimousness, diversity, love of humankind, unconditional love of humankind.
And you know what? I think Spirit is saying, the more you've been putting this out, the more you've got to feel coming back to you, It's just like I said, it's like this swirling rainbow. And I mean, it surrounds you, but it surrounds others as well. And I think you feel that deep connection. And yes, we are family. Taste the rainbow. So, Mr. O, that was pretty clever, I have to say.
So, I'm marketing a new product for you. It's going to be bark with Skittles on them.
I don't know about that. Maybe sprinkles.
There'll have to be some testing. I volunteer.
We just had a piece of bark this morning, as a matter of fact.
We were like, we didn't eat anything.
I had some on
grab
my
the
shirt.
bark. Grab the bark. It'll get me through the hour. Yeah.
Sounds like a Celine Dion song. Okay. Sounds good. Hey,
And of
that's what we
course,
have for you.
we're happy that we heard Ms. Dion is doing better too, right?
That's true.
Yeah, so
and you
we're
know
happy
what?
about that.
There is, I have to say, if you want to get a perfect card for happy hour, this is definitely one of them. I mean, this is right up there because it's such happiness from within and around. You feel the love all around you, and it brings you great joy. And that's what we have for you. Good luck with that, Gina.
I love it.
I love it.
Bark with sprinkles. Ooh.
All right. So, what do we got? Oh, we're on Angel Rivera.
Is it you or me?
I think
it's you.
it's, let me see.
I think it's
I think you cut this time, so it's me.
It is a thumbs up. 2 thumbs way up. We
And
love
of
you, Gina.
course,
Thank you so much
it's a
for
10
what you
and
do.
a 1, which is that whole idea of endings leading to a new beginning. You've been through a process of completing something, and now there's the beginning of great joy, something joyful.
Excuse me.
guess if I'm turning 65, this is going to be a 2-year for me, or 11. All right. Mr. O, shuffle. We will do, Angel.
Who wants to take a bet that he gets the Hierophant too?
I'm not a betting person. Well, yes, I am. What am I saying? Of course I am.
Yes, you are. There you go.
Well, people can get a little specific on us, Violet, but it's often just the positive message from Spirit. And we can't answer all questions at happy hour. No, you didn't get the Hierophant, but you got his buddy next door.
The Emperor.
You got the Emperor. So this is about power and control in a different, well,
Practicalities.
in a less spiritual sense. It's more on a mundane level, Angel Rivera. It's getting your little house in order. It's, order in your universe. And the Emperor just knows how to play his cards or chess pieces right.
I think Spirit is saying there's a position you want to take or a move you want to make. It's about positioning. There's a lot of instinct behind you. That thing that's hovering in the sky, the ram's head. It's either hovering in the sky or it's on the wall behind him. There's a really relaxed attitude. He's very much in touch with himself because he's holding on to his foot. So he's actually creating a circuit of some sort. And you see the circuit sort of reflected in a spirit sense,
Well, it's almost
too.
like that hanged man posed as
Yeah.
well, but sitting. And I feel here that, he,
And of course, it is a chessboard down on the floor there, too.
Right.
So reinforcing that idea.
So it's time to take the lead on something, maybe, Angel. Whether it's physically with other people, taking the lead in a group or project, or, like I said, a personal project. It's time to just, yes, take the lead on it. Start working on it. Or plan, organize, delegate, for sure. If you are leading a team, this is a time to put everything in its right place.
But as I see the little other elements that the Light Seer card brings to any of these cards, I want to note that there's just a sense of relaxed purpose in his face, in the way he's sitting there, and
Sure,
the idea
right.
that's a key quality here. We always associate the Emperor as somebody who has the ability to be in control, to take over, to make plans.
Somebody who might be stern,
Yeah, it always has a sterner countenance. This, to me, seems less that, and just seems the idea that this is just a matter of due course in a way, that, it's just really plans are already in motion. Spirit is saying you're moving towards that conclusion.
And let's not forget, the Emperor is not just a ruler. He, like the Empress, is a mother figure. He is the father figure. And this father figure is somebody who is very loving and caring about those that are, that he takes care of. And so therefore, he wouldn't put them in harm's way.
Yeah.
So he's not that kind of Emperor.
He's the caring protector, as the Empress is the caring nurturer.
Right. So, put a little love behind what you're doing, and all should go well. All right.
Good deal.
New Dean. Oh,
Knock on wood. Knock
awesome.
on wood.
Okay. Wishing you the best, Angel Rivera.
Good luck with your meeting
with
then.
that. And hey, Violet Lotus, that means you are up.
All right, Violet. That's it? We're really through them?
We are.
Holy cow. That means somebody's going to show up.
Yeah, what happened to Kara? Kara, I think, sleeps in sometimes. Yeah, you first. You. All right.
You're welcome.
Hey, you're welcome, Angel. Glad it resonated. Your turn, Violet. Thank you again, Violet Lotus, for keeping things all in order for us. We so appreciate it. Not to mention some of your great words of wisdom here in the chat. I wanted to highlight, when I put out a promo today for happy hour, just the fact that there's so much fun and energy in our chat. Not only come for the readings, come for the chat, people, because it's a great chat audience.
Come for the reading, stay for the rapport.
Okay.
Sleep in, what's that? I swear you're right, Violet. It's like my built-in alarm clock. I go to sleep. I do take a nap on the couch in the evening, 1 to 2 hours possibly, but I'm always up 6:30, by 7 for sure,
True,
6 o'clock.
It's rare he
I just
sleeps in.
need to get up, which is why I need to sleep.
And I used to get up before the alarm clocks when I worked, but now he can get up and I'm like, yeah, I can just lay here.
And she
a
does.
little longer.
And
sometimes I'll have my tablet with me because I listen to some healing music at night when I drift off to sleep. So I have my tablet nearby and I'll get on and look at Twitter or do a jigsaw puzzle. And
for
many
years now, I sleep like you know what. And now that I have to wear hearing aids, once I take those hearing aids out, and that's usually somewhere in the last hour before I recline, then nothing gets through. Nothing. Aw, you guys are so sweet.
Aww.
You really are. We appreciate this so much.
All right.
For years I often told people that when I read tarot cards, I feel there's a healing interaction going on between me and the client, but it works both ways. I kind of heal myself or give energies to myself by reading cards for people. That's what I think.
What you got, Mr. O for Violet?
Eight of Wands.
Wow.
Well, maybe that is you today. Just,
Hey, talk about a card that exemplifies Aries energy.
All
Violet.
energies on fire,
And it's your birthday month, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
So that is just like dynamo. Wow, there's a lot of connectivity right now with spirit. Maybe sometimes you have to shut the floodgates a little bit or kind of direct that energy a little bit more. But there is just a lot of energy coming at you right now, and most of it is positive. This is really, really positive.
Violet, I don't know you as well as this one over here, but I know that, you are dealing or working with little things that are upgrading your abilities or giving you access to other abilities or other things. And I'm thinking this says you're headed towards a big upgrade of some sort. You're headed towards something that is, sought, but also really challenges you and advances you. And I always say that because it's, once again, the imagery that I get from the cards. I just sort of feel like this is like Star Wars universe. Like you're taking a space leap. You're like leaping light years ahead. That's what this makes me feel.
Right. To me, it's really funny you say that because the way those, you could look at it one of two ways. You could look at those wands as coming out of this starburst here. You could look at them as coming out, or you could look at them as going in, going in deeper. So, there's just this back and I almost think it's like an exchange, but
so it could be right. There's so much flow in a lot of the imagery. The idea that there's circuits of energy.
Yeah,
it's not as clear here, but we could, in a way it is because there is some semi-spiraling stuff going on there.
So it's possible that it's just reflecting the fact that all of this is coming at you right now. And I know we've all talked like in Twitter and stuff about how the world crisis, the war is affecting us, on a deep level. And so just take care of yourself during this time, but recognize that most of what is coming to you is going to really assist you, I feel. And just make sure that, you try to channel and control that flow so you are not overwhelmed by it. Because even if it is all positive, you can get thrown by a huge positive burst of energy as well. So that's it. That's the message, and it's pretty darn good. Violet Lotus. It's the card of the Aries, I say.
Well, I don't know how anyone else feels about this, Violet or anyone. But, for many years too, of course, most of my astrologer friends would talk about how as we get older, and I don't know where this happens at, I don't think it's tied to any particular thing, I think there's a term for it. But we move into the next sign. We sort of scope into the next sign, and then we take on more qualities. There's a word for this, where we move into the next sign, and our qualities are. So, for example, I'm still a Scorpio, but I'm displaying more qualities of a Sagittarian. You're still in Aries, but you're displaying more qualities of a Taurus. There's a term for that.
Well, and I was so close to the cusp of Taurus anyway.
I'm doing for you, right?
Oh, that's right. Don't let me handle those cards, Mr.
I'll have to remember what the word is. I think it's like advance, or, it's sort of like a precisionary kind of turn, where you rotate into it.
You're welcome, Violet.
You're welcome, Violet.
Thank you.
Okay, what does Spirit want the Banshee to know?
Oh my.
Yes, you too.
Another repeat card.
You too can find what you're looking for.
I'm going to take the thinker pose here.
Indeed.
Okay.
But I think Spirit is saying that there's still a choice for you to make, or something to consider, that you have been considering things, but there's something else. Maybe it's not going to elude you for much longer, or maybe you're just sort of being mindful of its arrival, and that maybe the card says you've been appreciative of what you've had before, but it just wasn't really what you wanted. Spirit says what you really are wanting is coming to you, and Spirit says thank you for being patient.
Well, what's funny about that card, when I look at it, Mr. O, you were talking about your Super Tarot Love Month hangover, and I was thinking, this is me right now, really regrouping in my mind. We've had some paperwork and things we're working on right now that's taking us away from putting new stuff out on TFT this month. And so I feel that this is me stepping back, and we're doing all this other work, and I'm thinking in my mind, where are we going to take this next? What's our next big thing for TFT? What are we going to do? And I have a few things that have been on the back burner for me for a while, and so I am contemplating my next moves right now. So I really feel this card. I do. It's like a pause, just a pause, but it's a good pause, because every so often we need to step back from the world of all these opportunities and decide where we really want to place our energy next.
Yes, you guys, that is kind of right. Astrologers do feel that way, or some astrologers maybe merge those aspects a little bit. But I'm aware of that because I think rising sign and to some degree moon sign do have things to do more with personality, or more specific things about personality. So to me, it sort of blends. I know there's
Why are you shuffling?
Oh,
it's me.
Okay, go on.
Go ahead.
Yeah, see, Violet just said that. No, that was pretty much what I was going to say. That astrology is a whole package.
Well, I've always felt I've naturally had some Taurus attributes in me. That's because you can't be, I just feel like you can't be born so close to the start of another sign and not be influenced by it. I mean, I was literally an hour, or at most an hour and a half away from when the sun entered Taurus. So I feel there is that element there in my chart. I always felt it. Not to mention the fact that I might have really been a Taurus Gemini anyway had I been full term, but I was a Caesarean section a month early, so there is that aspect too.
I just posted it in the chat. The concept that I was thinking of that I couldn't put my mind on, I just looked it up real quick. It's called progressing, that we progress into the next sign. I don't know a lot about that. I don't know if that happens the same for everybody, or if it's specific things. And I would imagine that because astrology is pretty fluid in some things, that maybe not everybody actually does that progressing into their next sign. It just may be that, those outward solar sign characteristics kind of meld in there, but like we're saying here, the sun and the rising sign affect the personality more.
Bam, Mr. O.
Uh-oh.
It's the Ace of Pentacles.
Are you saying I'm kind of seedy?
Well,
Maybe.
what are you planning now? What furniture are you planning to move now? I always call it furniture moving, but it's like he's always starting something new. He always wants to see things look different. He's always...
You know what I'm planning right now?
planting those seeds.
It's been decades since I got to cut your hair.
And there's a reason for that.
I did a not so good job. But I tried.
So the thing is, what you planting today or soon, Spirit is saying, will rise up into something very, very shortly. You're starting something new. You're in a new cycle, a new phase, and it's growthful for you, There's been a lot of, how should I say, disappointments and setbacks and loss. We can talk about your mom's loss. And this is saying that, out of all of this, roots are forming and a seed has been planted that will grow into something very, very beautiful.
Aw, I sure hope so. Thank you.
And maybe there's a little bit of money attached to that. Who can say?
That's what I like. Show me the money.
Show me the money. All right. Hey, well, great show, everybody. I hope everybody came in with a, half full cup and are leaving with a full cup of happiness. If not, go refill your coffee as the show is over. Thank everybody for coming today. Thank you, Violet Lotus. And we will see you next week for another uplifting show. See you tomorrow at our live stream. And don't forget, my material matters tomorrow on Sunday morning. I'll be there in the chat. Take care, everybody. We'll see you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.